I think we'll start now. So very good afternoon. Welcome everyone. We are hosting today the 14th episode of Coffee and Childhood. This is brought to you by Kids OK Please, which is a platform for kids. It's a children's paradise brought alive to give children a much real life and real time experience. It's an evolving privilege ecosystem that brings all childhood worthy experiences, deals, and venues on human fingertips with the use of intuitive technology. It's been developed keeping in mind the dire need of parents to have an unified platform where children's entertainment, lifestyle, and luxury offerings can be made easily available and accessible. It's a bridge that leads parents to all ultimate delights, products, and experiences that are meant for enriching and fulfilling our childhood. With this, I welcome my panelists also. I will just very briefly introduce all the panelists. So we have Miss Lucy from the Catalyst of Social Activation, and we have Miss Gandha Gurav, who's a parent, along with Mr. Vishnu Prasad, who's also a parent. The topic that we are going to be speaking about today is adoption as a process, adoption, why adoption is an option to all of us. With this, I would like Ms. Lucy, please, if you could begin with an introduction to yourself, and we could then take this forward.
Thank you, Varsha. So I am Lucy Matthews. I am a mom of two beautiful kids. Being a postgraduate in Masters in Social Work, I have been in this social development field for almost 14 years now. I've been working in childcare space particularly, and has been associated with an NGO, Catalyst for Social Action, for last 10 years. My role here is basically to look into the childcare into Pune and Ahmednagar district, as well as I am a certified trainer for adoption and foster care. So this is what all about me. Thank you, Varsha.
Over to you, Ms. Gandha.
Hello everyone, I'm Gandha Gurav, basically from Goa, and I'm settled in Pune for approximately 15 years. I'm working with, my husband has started his own company, that is Speed Engineering Solutions. So I'm helping him taking care of finance. I have two daughters, one is 12 years old and one is 5 years old. So that's it about me. Thank you.
Over to you, Mr. Vishnu Prasad.
Yeah,
so I'll call you Mr. Vishnu now.
Yeah, Vishnu, correct. Hello, everybody. Today I am Vishnu Prasad, residing at Chennai.
Hello.
Actually, born and brought up everything in Chennai. I'm a mathematical graduate working in American MNC as a senior accountant. Actually, my wife is a state government employee. She is working in as a stenotypist in government press. And then we have only one daughter, Sanika. We adopted her in 2016.
So yes, I would like to give a little bit of more background about Ms. Gandha and Mr. Vishnu Prasad. So Gandha has two daughters, like she rightly said, and her elder daughter is her biological daughter, and her younger daughter, who's 5 years old now, is an adopted child. But we'll be talking about all of this in detail, along with Mr. Vishnu Prasad, who also has an adopted daughter who he adopted when she was 12 years old. Yes, she was 12 years old when you adopted her. So, while we speak, so we'll be speaking about all of their experiences and how they have gone through the process, how they have enjoyed the process. With this, I would like to ask Ms. Lucy a little bit about the background of adoption. What exactly is the scenario of adoption? overall and in India, and if you can give us a background about that, so that would be great.
Sure, sure. To begin with the scenario of adoption, I would also like to first, let you know about CSA, like how
Yeah.
this journey has been evolved. So, the Catalyst for Social Action is an NGO which was incepted in 2002, and with more focus on adoption, basically. So, first initial 5 years, we were working only in the adoption field, and later on we found out that not all the children who are vulnerable are getting adopted, and then where do they go? So then we figured out that they end up into the institutions, we as orphanages. So then we started working with the childcare institutions, which we now don't call as orphanages. So we got an association of almost 86 childcare institutions across 4 states, that is Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, and Goa. So we could reach to almost 4,500 plus kids whom we supported with different aspects like health, hygiene, education, nutrition. Yet the adoption aspect is one that has been very close to everyone who is associated with CSA, right from the managing committee to the grassroots level workers. Everyone
Right.
is closely attached with the concept of adoption, and therefore we have been kept doing a lot of awareness programs related to adoption for different stakeholders who are looped into the adoption process, like judicial people, police, CWCs, or the ASHA workers, that is called Anganwadi workers.
Oh, okay.
So for all of these different stakeholders, we kept on arranging the awareness programs, training sessions, sensitizing them into various ways. Along with that, we also facilitated adoption. Like when actually CSA started working into the adoption space, that time the thing was that many of the children from rural area were waiting for their families, whereas families from urban area were waiting for the children to come into their families. So we tried to bridge this gap, and that's how then we connected Gandha with one of the adoption agency located into the rural area called Nanded.
Right.
And they got a baby home. So this is how we helped almost like 200 kids to help them reach out to their families.
Lovely.
So
Lovely.
this was so this was before 2015 August, when the whole adoption process changed, and it was made more centralized and online. Along with this, we also were associated with the adoption agencies. So almost 25 adoption agencies, we help them to improvise their childcare processes, so that good children get more better and healthy lifestyle,
Nutrition.
nutrition, and that way then they can easily get adopted by the families who are in queue.
Right.
These are the major things that we kept doing. After 2015, we have changed our strategies, because CARA, that is Central Adoption and Resource Authority, is the major governing agency in India for adoption, for inter-country as well as in-country. So then we kept promoting adoption in different ways, but facilitation were stopped. So, and there now we are guiding all the parents willing to adopt in whichever way they want, and we are helping them to understand the legal and right kind of process, which is led down by CARA and the Government of India.
So, okay. My next question is to you, Ms. Gandha. Is that you have two children or two daughters. One is a biological child and another one is an adopted child, right? I am a mother of a 4-year-old child myself, and there's a lot of there's a lot of the thing of how how will I be will have you been able to do that kind of a justice to the child who was adopted versus the child you have your own, because the kind of connection that you might have with a biological child because it's from your own womb is going to be very different from the connection, or you please correct me if I'm wrong, the connection that you might have with your own biological child and the child who's adopted could be very different. So from that angle, if you can tell us, what has been your experience and how different is it, or is it any different?
Right. See, when we decided to adopt a child, actually, I didn't have it in mind, frankly, to tell you. It was my husband's idea that we should go for adoption. And after my first baby, every lady will understand the pain that you go through delivery, pregnancy. I definitely didn't want to go for a second child. But when my older daughter started growing up, when she was 5, 6, she started seeing that in every house, like there are two kids, or she used to love kids. So she had that craze. So she wanted someone in her house, somebody of her own, like apne hak ka.
Right.
So she used to tell me that the moment she became 5, 6 years old, she was after me, that she wants either a baby or a pet. That's what she told me. Then me and my husband, like we started discussing that regarding the baby. Then I was frankly not very keen on going again for pregnancy. And when he suggested that we can go for adoption, that idea really, I was very happy with that idea. I accepted it. I was fine with that. And again, the question was of my older daughter, that is Madhura, if she would accept it. So I asked her, like, if we get a child from, if we adopt the child, will you be okay with it? So by that time, she was 7 and 8, by the time that process had started.
Right.
And thankfully, we met Lucy also, and she really counseled us. She helped us a lot in these things. So as far as family acceptance, since ours is a nuclear family, we didn't have much we three were for it. So we three had strongly decided that we will go for adoption. And when we met Lucy, and she suggested few adoption centers to us, which was outside within Maharashtra, but outside Pune. And when we visited, like, I took my daughter along with me. And that time, it was just before centralization, we had started this process. That was in 2014. So that was the reason we could go, and we could visit the center, and we could
look at the child.
Look at the child. So meaning the younger one whom I adopted, she was just 1 month old, and the difference between them was too much. So after going through all those things, I never thought that I would again go for such a small newborn baby.
Child, right.
But my daughter, when we went to that adoption center, she was holding that baby, and she loved that baby. But for me and my husband, we wanted a child of 3 years old or so. But she was very firm in that. And one thing we had decided, that I wanted a baby girl only, in the sense, more than a boy. I love girls when they
right.
So
I can understand.
that's the reason, my husband had given us the choice, a boy or a girl, you decide.
The gender choice was yours.
Yeah, the gender choice was ours. So I decided it would be a girl. Then my daughter Madhura, she decided, we'll get a very small baby, a newborn baby only. So that's how we three started. And then we gave her the choice of naming her. So she had a lot of this and this, meaning all three had equal contribution in this whole process.
Yeah, so there was a buy-in of the child also.
Yeah, and as far as the grandparents were concerned, they were quite open, and everybody accepted it. So it's basically, if we are strong, then we can convince others also that it's a correct decision. And as far as right from day one, meaning the day we decided to get our baby home, that day itself, that feeling, I too was scared initially that, already having a child of my own, it should not happen that, from my side there is any kind of injustice as a mother.
Yeah.
I should not
Yes.
differentiate between the two kids. But thankfully, the day we got her, I mean, when that thought started building, that time itself, like how during pregnancy you feel attached to your child, that same attachment you feel when you start, cultivating that thought of adoption. So that time itself, when we had decided, yes, we are going to get that baby, she was already mine. So that feeling of, she's not my baby, not through my womb, nothing matters actually. So
Wow.
when we got her, like when I was holding her and when I got her home, absolutely, meaning I didn't feel she's not my own child.
Right. Yes.
And now when I see the two girls, the bonding between them, it's like that sibling rivalry is also there. They fight also, they beat each other, they hit each other, but they love each other also, meaning we all
Yeah.
four are like, we are very happy with our decision. And my younger daughter Manasvi, she is like bundle of joy, meaning she makes us laugh, and she makes us
Touch wood.
cry also. So that feeling that she's not ours, I mean, it's not there at all. So
Right.
you don't feel at all the moment the baby comes to your home. Never even once I thought that she's not my own. So whatever I feel, in fact, I feel more love and attachment towards her, because maybe she's a baby. So I feel that love more towards her. So sometimes my Madhura, my older daughter,
Elder daughter.
yeah, but thankfully she's very mature, and that acceptance is
Hmm.
really good between both of them.
No, that helps, that buy-in of your elder daughter,
Yeah.
that I think very much.
Yes.
And I love that bit where you said, that feeling, the thought, like from the day the mother, that you have a child in your womb is
Yeah.
when you start becoming a mother yourself. The thought of adopting also starts, yeah, so that was a very beautiful thing, I think,
Yeah.
and
I
who
think
better than a
very
mother
few,
can, yeah,
meaning anybody, I'm like many of my friends, they keep saying it's such a difficult decision, how
yes,
you have taken it. I feel it's not at all difficult. It's basically, if you decide, then then nothing
everything
is
works in your
difficult.
favor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, then
And
everything
I've
starts flowing.
experienced it. That's why I can tell. Okay, please,
Yeah.
not at all difficult to adopt.
Mm. No, I understand. Even like maybe if in case ever, I keep hearing from other people that no, you're, it's a lot in the Indian mentality,
Yes.
where तुम अपना खून अपना है. Well, that thought in itself, that thought has to go off your mind,
Exactly.
you
And
know.
again, there is an example of like husband and wife. We are not
Yeah, of the same blood.
yeah, we are not of the same blood. Still, we love each other. We stay together.
Yeah,
Then
that connection is there.
it's that connection is there. So
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So, my next question is to you, Mr. Vishnu. Is that well, you're on mute, sir?
Okay.
Yes. Sir, so my next question is to you. I understand that you adopted a child after Kara coming in.
Yeah, correct.
Yes. So, was it easy? Was the information available to you easily as to how should you go for the process, or you had to hunt and then shortlist, or was it an easy task for you? Basically, information, was it easily available to you?
It's angry.
Sorry, am I?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. Actually, poor network, I believe. That is why voice is breaking.
Do you want me to repeat my question? So my question was the information easily available to you? Because I understand that you adopted a child after Kara coming
Yeah.
in. So were you easily able to adopt a child, or the information was easily available to you? Am I audible? Am I clear to you? Is my voice breaking? Is my network?
No, I guess at his end it was breaking. We can hear you clearly, Varsha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, we have started the process in 2016. And then first earlier, we have gone through, myself and wife gone through so many treatments and all. Actually, we have tried, and then we both decided to adopt a child. So we have tried in the local orphanages and all, but we got the information they are not giving the child legally. Some issues are there. So that is why we both are very much worried. And one fine day in November 2016, one of my sisters, she is residing at Trivandrum. She told me she is going to adopt a child through a government site. She gave the Kara address. Okay.
Okay.
She registered on the day till November 14th. So November 19th, she told me to register in Kara. She gave the details and all. I registered, and then I gave all my medical details, and then whatever statutory forms, other things and all, everything I submitted. I submitted the application, and then the PAN, Aadhaar, everything I submitted. And then within a month, I got the information. I'm going to get a 6 numbers of photographs.
Okay.
From that, I have to select. So November 19th, I registered. By January 1st, before January 28th, I selected the child.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, selected the child. Actually, they say first I applied for November 19th when I am applying. I applied for Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Andhra Pradesh. After that, only one of my friends told very too much of competition is there in South India. Okay, you have to wait for 3 or 4 years. So I checked the waiting list. Around 6,000 people are waiting for adoption in Tamil Nadu. So my friend suggested better you put Orissa or Maharashtra instead of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So I decided to put Maharashtra and Orissa. So from Maharashtra and Orissa, I got 6 photos.
Lovely.
From that, all the 6 photos I am not interested. Actually, we both are not impressed. And then we wait for another 2 or 3 weeks. In January 20th itself, 19th or 20th, we got one photo. From a special case, they shown one photo. I don't know how it happened. Suddenly, one fine morning, one information came, and then I went to the Kara site, and then clicked the tab, one photo came. From that, I selected Sanika.
Lovely, lovely.
And then within 24 hours, they want to confirm that one. So immediately within 24 hours, we confirm. They, along with that photograph, they send the medical report of Sanika. So we immediately on the day itself, we went to the doctor and shown the medical report. So everything is fine. So immediately we have registered. And then after that, from February onwards, around 6 times, February to May, around 6 times we went here and there, from Chennai to Pandharpur in Maharashtra. Went to the orphanage. Pandharpur, that Panduranga temple is there. Near to the temple, that orphanage is there. So we went there, and then we stayed for 6 times. We went there and stayed, and then they showed the child, and then some adoption committee people and all came. They discussed with us, they interviewed us, and then they are very much satisfied. After that, they asked us, you are going to take a child from Maharashtra, she don't know the language and all, she is entirely new. You are also very new to Maharashtra, how you are going to manage? We said, no, we know Hindi little bit, somehow we will manage. So they accepted, and then we went to the court, and then the formalities and all, 3 times hearing happened. Then after that, they handed over the child in April 10th.
I'm sure you all are doing a lot of hard work, and I can see that. So here, I want to say 2 things. That with a child there's always a story attached. Even so, when Mr. Vishnu was telling about his daughter's meeting with him, that is in itself a good story. Then also, when you're destined to connect or when you're destined to meet, you definitely meet any which way. So, even though Sanika was probably not going to be a part of the adoption process, but because she had to meet Mr. Vishnu's family, that's how she got into the stream. So,
Correct.
Yeah, I think I think if you can a little bit tell us, Lucy, about the eligibility for the adoption. If
Right.
you can help us with that.
Yeah, sure, sure. So the eligibility criteria are laid down in the CARA guideline. So those who actually are thinking of adoption or want to know more about the adoption process, adoption rules 2017 are also available on CARA website. And the guideline which clearly describes the eligibility criteria says
Right.
that any married couple can adopt. They should have 2 years stable marital relationship,
Okay.
and even a single person also can go for adoption. The only thing is a single male cannot adopt a girl child,
Okay.
and single female can adopt both gender babies like girl or a boy. Whereas there is also a criteria related to age. So the couple's composite age should be 90 if they want to go for below 4 years of child. So if they want to prefer a child who should be below 4 years, their composite age of like husband and wife's calculative age should be below 90. And if it is a single person, then obviously it has to be below 45.
Okay.
And and there is one more thing that is very important, that there should be gap of 25 years of between the child and the parents.
Oh,
So
okay.
age gap, yeah.
Okay.
So that is
Okay.
also one of the criteria. Along with that, the parents who are willing to adopt, this is not the eligibility criteria, but this is my personal opinion, that they also should mentally be prepared and socially be ready to go for
Yes.
adoption. Because otherwise, then we also hear some disruption cases wherein, if the family is not that prepared,
Hmm.
then it
Yeah.
doesn't work well for them. So
Right.
it's better
So
that
I'll
they
come to
should.
that. I know, I'll also be talking about this, but before that, I would want if you can, briefly touch upon the process because we'll quickly then have to move on. But if you
Sure.
want to quickly touch upon the process of adoption, that will be nice.
Yeah. So if you can share the slide, Varsha, for the process,
I'll do that.
then
Yes,
it
I'll
will
do
be
that.
easier for the people who are watching.
Right,
It will be
right,
easier for them to understand.
right. So you can see this. Is this, we are
Yeah,
talking of this slide,
yeah.
right? Right.
Right. So here, PAP means the prospective adoptive parents. So they have to start with the process registering on CARA website. The web portal is called as Carings, which maintains the database for the parents as well as for the children who are available for adoption. And different stakeholders are registered, like SA is the specialized adoption agency who has the license of giving children or placing children into the adoption. So people first go to CARA website, they register themselves, they upload the document, and while registering, while filling the form, they have to select an adoption agency nearby, who from where the social worker will come and do their home study. So then, the social worker pays a visit and does a home study, which is a very, very mandatory document. Unless the home study is done, your profile on CARA website is not active to get the referral. Similarly, children also have to go through certain process. So you'll see the column at the right hand side in the pink color, there is written OAS, which is Orphan and Abandoned Surrender Children who are produced before CWC by the police or by the social worker or whoever who finds the child, or maybe the biological parents who want to surrender their babies for any unpleasant circumstances. So they also go through a process, and CWC then placed the children into specialized adoption agencies, and thereafter their information is declared in the newspaper to find out their biological parents, and if it is surrendered by the biological parents, then 60 days wait period is given for them to change their mind and take the possession of the child, and then the CWC declares children legally free for adoption. This legally free for adoption means that all the rights of the biological parents are terminated over the child, and that's how the child is now legally free for adoption, and even after getting adopted, no one can come and claim over the child. So this is very, very important thing, and that is the reason that people should go for legal adoption and not for the illegal adoption, because there is high possibility then that the biological parents or the relatives may come and abuse the parents, or blackmail them for some alimony. So this is how the process goes. Then Kara matches the baby with the parents' profile basis of what preference parents have written while they were registering. Once the matching is done, parents are given 48 hours to make up their decision about that particular child. If for any reason they don't go for the first referral, after 2 months there will be a second referral by Kara, and after second referral also, if the parents are not very comfortable and they still reject, there will be a third referral with a gap of 2 months again, and if they don't select the third referral as well, then they go to the bottom line of the waiting list. Then after matching of the baby online, parents are able to see the child's photo and the medical examination report of the child, plus social study report, and basis that they can make their decision. They can even call up the adoption agency and talk to them. Then they can within 20 days they have to pay a visit to adoption agency, and they have to get scrutinized by the adoption committee. So the adoption committee is the local district child protection officer, adoption agency's authority, lawyer and doctor, which comprises of the adoption committee. They verify the parents' document, and they see the compatibility, and then they are allowed to meet the child. And if the child is okay in the meeting, parents are also given a chance to take the child to the local pediatrician, local doctors, to get the medical examination done by themselves within the district. They cannot move the child out of that district. Basis this, parents can complete the pre-adoption foster care formalities, which is an affidavit wherein the rights of the child is still with the adoption agencies, but the possession is given to the family. So family can come back with the child, and adoption agency on the other hand files a petition in the district court, and within 60 days then the court hearing is held, wherein the family have to be present in the district court along with the child. And after the court proceedings, if the judges has any queries or if he needs any supportive document, there is a possibility of second hearing. Otherwise, the court can give the court order basis which they can get the birth certificate done of the child with a new name that the parents want to give for the child, and with the parents' name, and post which there will be 2 years follow-up. The agency who did the home study for that particular family will keep following it up with the with the family for 2 years. Every quarterly, there will be a report generated and will be submitted on Kara website. So this is how the whole process looks like. So the process is very, very important. It will take little time, but it will give you definitely an assurance where there is no fear that someone will come and
Right.
claim your child.
Right, right. Then my question again is that for you again, Mr. Vishnu, is that your daughter you all had a language barrier also from. So how did you overcome that, or was that also like easy?
That also we arranged for a tuition. Actually, one of my friends, she knows Hindi, Marathi, and in English, all the
Right.
languages. So we put her in that tuition. Gradually, she learned. Within 6 months, she learned the language. Now she is very fluent in English as well as in Tamil.
Great. That's really great. Great. So, now I wanted to, Lucy, if you can please speak to us about and tell us about what is the waiting period per se. And, Mr. Vishnu actually has adopted an older child, and I'm sure there are, like you mentioned earlier, that there are a lot of children waiting to be adopted. So who are they, and what is the reason as to, for them being waiting?
Right, right, Vashnu, you rightly said that even in the media and in the newspaper we read that there is a huge waiting list as far as the adoption is concerned. So if I give you a statistical number, there are almost like 29,000 parents who
Yeah, you
are
said that. Hmm.
so rightly registered on Kara and waiting for the referrals. So most of them are willing to go for adoption below 2 years. And
Right.
children availability, if we look at in the Kara website, then there are very less children available below 2 years and in normal category. But there are still more children still waiting for, or I should say, longing for parental care and their loving family. If you can, Varsha, you can share this slide and we can,
Right.
the numbers that will give more clarity on that. So people usually think that it's a tough decision to go for older children, but that's not the case, and we have a good example of Vishnu Prasad ji over here. Um, and in the graphs also, if you can see, if the numbers we talk about, if you will see very small number of children are available for adoption who are below 2 years,
Right.
and yeah, and if you see, a very large number is occupied with the special need children. So these are the children who actually need some kind of maybe medical treatment or some care facilities, or children who may need some small surgery, correctable surgeries, and they can live their life as normal as the other normal children. So these children are yet waiting for adoption. Uh, One more category in color blue, if you can see,
Yeah.
these are the sibling groups. That means, as per Kara, as far as possible, we don't separate the siblings, the sister girls, both sisters or both brother, or one brother, one sister, two or maybe three or maybe more than that. That is only in very rare condition where three or four children are together, are facing difficulty in placing into one family. Only in that case Kara allows to separate them and place into two different families. But otherwise, as far as possible, it is everyone who is into the process, they look into the matter that they are placed into one family. So these are also the children who are available. So whoever is open for two kids at a time, They can even think about sibling group, because these children equally needs parental care and love and affection that any other child would want. Um, we can see even the state-wise availability of the
Yes.
children, yeah, over here. So definitely Andhra Pradesh is showing quite a good number, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Odisha. As Vishnu Prasad ji also mentioned that South Indian states are having very less children available for adoption. So whoever is willing to adopt, if they select the states as per the availability of children, then they have a better chance to reduce this wait period. You can stop the share screen, Rashmi. So there are certain clues if we keep in mind and go through the process, then we can actually curtail this waiting period. So as I said, more as we go higher with the age group of the
Age.
children, the waiting period will reduce.
Right.
So in Vishnu Prasadji's case, we see that he registered in the month of November and he got a child in the month of January.
Right.
So it can work that fast, because there are people who are waiting for years, maybe 1 or 2 years it takes normally for a smaller baby, below 2 years baby. And there is a possibility in the 0 to 2 category also that you may get a 2 years old child or a 1.5 years old child. So it's
Right.
better to go for older children, 2 to 4 or 4 to 6 maybe. And
Right.
people have this, grudges in their mind that, oh, older children will not gel with the family. And that is somehow true also if the child is from any family. Like if my daughter is there, and if I need to place it into the other family, she may have difficulty adjusting over there. But these
Right.
children are from institution, okay, wherein there is caretaker who comes and renders the services and goes back. So there is no one to actually hug and love them and cuddle with them. And that is why those children are also longing for the parenthood. In fact, they understand things, means
Yes.
may
Yes.
not be older enough to speak it out, but they understand that some parents are coming and taking the younger babies home, so somebody is definitely going to uh, come for us, and they will be our set of parents.
Yeah.
So as and when they see like the 4 years or 5 years children, they see the set of parents who have come for them, they immediately gets uh, attached with the parents, and they don't have any difficulty in gelling. So it's only in our parents mind that the child may not gel with us, or child may not adjust with us. So that is very as I earlier also said that mental preparedness as a parent is very necessary in this whole scenario,
True.
because
True.
adoption is all about the connections that you feel and the emotions that you have in your heart, and same way the child emotionally gets connected, and then the language barrier or the eating habits barrier, or the cultural differences doesn't make any difference for the child.
Right.
So it's a huge responsibility for the parents who are making this decision. If they keep their mindset open, everything is going to work for them.
Right.
Even child's
So
age will not matter.
yeah, so like Ms. Gandha said very correctly, that once you make up your mind, the process will keep flowing and it will work in your favor anyway.
Yeah.
One quick question to Gandha, and then I have one last question. So, Ms. Gandha, like Ms. Lucy mentioned that, the wait period for older children is lesser. So, how much time did you take in terms of, getting your referral, or you did it before Kara registered?
Yeah.
So then
So for us, since we had directly contacted the adoption agency, which Lucy had mentioned, so the baby was 1 month old, and then we came home, and then we three were discussing among ourselves, like we had visited 2-3 adoption centers. So I wanted, as I told you, I wanted a little bigger baby, but then after we finalized on that baby, then when she was 4 months old, we went again, and we got her medical test, and again when she was 6 months old, meaning within a month, then we got her home. So when she was 6 months home, actually we got her home.
Great.
So I think I'm feeling bad for that. The delay was more on our side, because both of us were working, and with one daughter going to school, so we had to look at all the arrangements, then to actually travel from Pune and get her home. So but we didn't face much difficulty that way. So immediately after we decided and we finalized, within 4-5 months we had the baby at home.
Great, great. So I will quickly have one last question. Is that how, as a community, we can come together and contribute towards this cause of adoption? And also, it's still considered a stigma at some points. So, how do we go about reducing that? So this is I think I want all of your views, beginning with Lucy. You have been in this space for quite some time. So if you can tell us, as a society, as a community, how we can come together to contribute for this cause.
So yeah, Varsha, that is one major aspect that we all collectively should look after, because not everyone is in a position to adopt and bring baby home. But everyone can definitely have a positive adoption language. When the adoptees and the adoptive parents want to merge with the society or want to mingle with the society, if the society also open-mindedly is showing their acceptance and not discriminating them, not stigmatizing them, then that would be a great contribution from each one of us. Like if I'm a mother, if I train my daughter in a way that she should not discriminate any adoptee or any adopted parents if she come across, then that will be a huge contribution from my side. That way, any professionals, like the people who are into the education field, like Vishnu Prasad ji said, the school cooperated, and school even was so happy that they even didn't take her entrance exam and gave her admission. So this kind of support is definitely needed from the society. If the teacher in the class doesn't discriminate between the adoptee and the other children, then that's a huge contribution towards the cause. The filmmaker or the people who are working into the advertisement sectors, if they can come up with some promotional short videos or promotional short advertisement, then that will help us make the society neutral without any discrimination, and that really will encourage more and more people to go and adopt. Even for the older children, they will go and adopt, because there is no fear that if the child will come to know that I am in I was adopted, or if people tell them in a wrong way. So there should not be that fear in the parents' mind, and for that, definitely each one of us, in whichever profession we are, we can still contribute. So it doesn't mean that every time you just have to go and do the adoption, but in many ways you can still contribute.
Right. I think positive parenting will also be one of the ways, how as a society we can contribute towards adoption as a cause. Mr. Vishnu, if you can please share your views on this, as a society, how we can come together to contribute towards the cause of adoption.
Everyone should have an open mind. They have to accept everything. And then, as Lucy said, in the schools and all, they have to give admission without any entrance exam or anything. Straight away, they have to give the admission. We have to encourage those type of children.
Right.
Here in Chennai, I also tried several schools. Everyone is telling admission, for admission they need the entrance exam. Then I explained clearly, but they are not accepting. But one school only accepted. They only encourage. My request is everyone should encourage these type of children. Okay, we have to give life to them. Also,
Yes.
other side, we have to get life from those children.
Yeah. So there has to be an equal opportunity that has to be given to adopted children who are older, especially because they may have educational hindrances that may have been there for them earlier. So yeah, I get what you are saying.
In
Yes.
fact, the documentation process, Varsha, takes time, like, court hearings and coming to the birth certificate, final birth
Right.
certificate. It
Yes.
takes time.
Yes.
So by then, if the school does certain arrangement or adjustment for these children to get admission,
Right.
even before we getting the birth certificate,
Right.
then that's
Like on the
also
basis of an affidavit or something where, the parents can also come up and say that, I declare that this is my child, and as soon as we get the birth certificate, we'll give it up. Right. I get
Right.
so yeah, the documentation. Right. Your thoughts, Ms. Gandha? You're on mute, huh? You are on mute.
Yeah. So what I feel is one point I would like to I've seen in my friends also, my family, few of my relatives also, they go through so much of this doctor visits, this treatment, just to get their own baby, and they go.
Right.
It's not easy, that treatment, going through that treatment and everything. That's a big trauma. So instead of that, I always feel that why not go for adoption, which is a better process. Somebody who is waiting, for the love, you can shower all that love on that particular child. So this is a easier process than going through that and self traumatizing and all. So I feel everybody should think about it, that what I can say is middle class people, or our population is so much that if even 50% of the population starts thinking in this way, we won't have so many children in India who are waiting for adoption. So
Right.
people should really go, and that feeling itself, I can tell you that you have made a difference to somebody's life,
Somebody's
you are
life.
giving happiness to someone, is such a great feeling, and in return you are getting equal love from someone. So that feeling is just priceless. So I think everybody
True.
should think about this. Like my younger daughter is now that I'm communicating to her, she herself is asking me that why don't we get one more baby?
Oh, okay.
Because I want
Good
some
luck to you with that. Right.
So, but it's a beautiful feeling, and I
Yeah.
would really request, if anybody is thinking about this, and please go for it. It's not at all that difficult as we think.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, I am sure we have a few more questions, but we are going to have to close because the time's up. I still have a few more questions, but I think we'll have to close this now. I thank all of you, especially Miss Lucy and the team at CSA, for doing such a fab job, such a wonderful job. And, while we were speaking yesterday evening, I had so much of more passion to be, I could feel the kind of passion she has for the work she is doing. This made me more confident and comfortable to even speak with you all. So I'm very thankful to you, Ms. Lucy, for having chatted with me yesterday and for the effort that your team is taking. I am also thankful to you, Ms. Gandha and Mr. Vishnu, for taking so much of your time out to be able to speak, and to come out and speak also, and to let us know about your experiences. So we at the team of Kids OK Please, we are very thankful to all of you. Also, please note, we have our memberships are live. So Kids OK Please, we have opened up our memberships. Do spread the word. Have a look at our Instagram page. We have our website of Kids OK Please. Please do register with us. There are a host of activities that we have listed. do share and do look them up. I would request Ms. Gandha to register your kids. Lucy, if you can also please register your kids with us and also spread the word. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Varsha, before we end, can you just flash the last slide that is there?
Sure.
Because the parents
Sure.
who wants
Yes.
to know more about adoption and who are thinking and wants to register for adoption, maybe they can
Sure.
go up on the Kara side.
So with that, if you can also mention if there is any cost attached to it, that also if you can mention
Sure.
along.
Yeah, so the whole adoption cost is 45,000. You
Okay.
can pay this with a check, and you can get a receipt for this. Do not pay anything more than that, because Kara have been trying to eliminate the corruption part that was taking place into this case. Yeah, so these are the details wherein when you want to register for adoption, you can go on the website, that is www.kara.nic.in, and there is a Kara's toll-free number 1800111311, and you can call up on this number between the office hours, that is 9 to 5:30. And the email also is there, Kara helpdesk.wcd@nic.in. So you can come up with any of your queries or technical glitches that you may face. You can just write to them over there. And here is below are the details of CSA. So CSA also has a lot of information on our website related to adoption, some testimonies of the parents, success stories of the parents, so that will help you make your decision and motivate your decision. And the helpline number which is flashing over there, so that's my number. So if you connect on that number, you'll be speaking with me, and I'll be very glad to help you out with your journey to get your new family member in. And that's our mail ID, info@csu.org.in. So you can reach out to us writing any queries or any more information that you want to know into the adoption space.
All right, great. So all this information will be also available on our Facebook page. The entire video is going to be there on our Facebook page, so you can ask your colleagues and anybody, if you want to, they can also visit our page and have a look at it on the Facebook page that we have. Once again, thank you so very much, all of you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Kids OK, please team.
Thanks everybody.
Yeah, bringing this topic on for the discussion. It is a great initiative, and that is more required also.
Yes.
I hope many tiny tots will get their loving family with this initiative. Thanks.
I'm
so
sure.
much.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.